Okay, it started now. Hello, people. My name is Kami. That's Kami. Not like Kame from Dragon Ball Z. I am here with my friend Nalani
Hello.
and my other friend Shida.
Uh,
This is just like a quick video for a bit what I want to do with my channel, kinda. There will be like various games I play with these people, like for example, Terraria. Eventually, when I get a better mic.
We're gonna blow shit up.
I'm already getting the dynamite.
And
Got a few chests full.
And maybe if these guys agree to it, we might do a TavernTales type thing.
Ooh.
Because Wizard.
How do you take the humans this time?
So, well,
Hold on, cookies.
As you have already seen from my videos, we will be doing, I already said Terraria. There will also be RimWorld, but there's also a few other games I might play, like Minecraft and maybe a few of the Steam games I have. I don't know, I'll decide later. Hopefully you have actually stuck along this long in the
Yes.
stuck around this long in the video. So wanna tell them about some of the TavernTales stuff?
You can't be OP.
Not what I meant, Cheeto.
Apparently, we're not allowed to have zombie minions.
Nalani? Nalani?
Make a cult.
Nalani, are you there? Nalani? Uh-oh. Well, TavernTales, for those of you who might not know, actually, is a role-playing game, like, Dungeons and Dragons. For example, my character, well, actually I have two, but one of them I'll talk about is, Valerian. Cheeto, did you just mute yourself?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Anyways, my character Valerian, she is a fae with, the ability to see spirits, the spirit world, you know? And so far, with my character, I have earned enough money to buy a ship in one day, and I saved a little fairy dragon from a ship with the help of a friend's character, Tiberius. So far, Valerian also, you know, reads the future from the stars, for example.
Fortune teller.
Shut up, Cheeto.
Don't hate.
She's not a fortune teller. Like, you know what, Cheeto? Let's hear about Shadow. Your character.
Oh, she basically just wants to raise hell and have an army of golems.
Yeah, but tell us about her.
She hates everything. She likes to party.
Cheeto, she does not hate everything from what I've heard so far.
Well, she creeped out one of your characters with a Kalida.
Oh yeah, Nori.
When it was supposed to be one of, well, showing sympathy.
I know, but Kali, that's no offense to people, but that was kind of a disturbing thing.
What? Excuse me. Next time you just get a voodoo doll.
That would be worse. Cheeto.
Of yourself. Of yourself.
Cheeto, that would be worse. But okay.
Look, it won't have his real clothing and some of his fur.
I don't know, I think you took some of his fur before.
He'll get over it. He's not gonna notice. All those fluffy tails, he'll get over it.
Oh, back to, the characters. Valerian...
I'm raiding the bar.
She don't know.
Hater.
You can't raid the bar.
Alright, stop going off subject.
So, actually, the character she's talking about is my other character, Nori. He is a kitsune with 3 tails. He actually owns a tavern in the town of Wayrest called the Wandering Wisp.
I'm back, and I have brought cookies that I've made with my own 2 hands. And I am now consuming with my own mouth. No.
Thank you.
Nalani, we were just talking about our TavernTales characters and about TavernTales in general.
Oh boy.
Nalani, you want to tell them about one of your characters? You don't have to.
Sure. Let's see. No, that one hasn't been revealed. That one I haven't revealed that yet. So.
Nalani, real
what?
quick, can I suggest one that I've seen?
Go ahead.
Amaranth.
Oh boy. If you're familiar with the game Starbound, which you probably are, Kami was running a TavernTales RP based on Starbound, and I decided to play my character Amaranth, who is a Floran. She talks a little bit like this, and is generally a bit more thinky than most Florans, but the smashy bits are especially fun for her too.
She's friends with Soul.
Well, what happened? You want to tell them how Floran was introduced?
Ah, yes. So you see, I needed to get off this planet. So I put myself in a box that I saw was going on a ship. And it was potatoes. Kind of lonely for multiple hours. And then I hear a cracking sound and someone opens the box. It's chefs, and they are going to cook the potatoes. And they say, "What are you doing in here?" And I say, "I'm potato expert." And they believe me. Just goes to say, if you say anything with enough confidence, you will be believed.
Space education system, right?
So what?
Education system in space, right?
Oh. I'm not sure if I should talk about Michael's character or not. I should probably ask him, shouldn't I?
If you want to.
Guys, can you keep the conversation flowing for a bit?
Yeah. You know, I kind of want my character, Soul, to, like, just have a few laser guns. Or shoot some lasers from her sword.
It's space. That'll happen eventually.
Yeah, but I want to charge it up and just, like, cut through something or a few people. Maybe half a military.
There's traits for that. Like, you could get the key blast trait and say you channel it through your sword. But
I still want that.
But you kind of have to rationalize it to sci-fi. You can't just be like, "I is magics." No, that's fantasy. Sorry, you can't.
You know, we use
Let me
more
tell
math.
You, anything you can't explain in any genre in fantasy, it's a wizard did it. In sci-fi, it tends to be nanites or alien technology. Let's see.
Or solar flares. Asteroids. Weird chemicals that they apparently haven't discovered yet later on discovered that they already had discovered, which kept it low-key from the public. And definitely using it for weapons and kick-ass armor.
In conspiracy theories, anything you can't explain? The government!
Exactly.
Let's actually talk a little bit about TavernTales itself. I did mention that it was kind of like D&D, but I didn't go into much detail other than that.
Well, it's easier than D&D. Less stats to add up.
And you only have to roll Well, 3 dice, 3d6s. Is that
Generally, in
no? Wait,
TavernTales,
it's
you're
3d20.
only going to need 3 different types of dice: a d20, a d8, and a d6. And let's see. Generally, you can be whatever you want in TavernTales, which is one of the things that I find best about it. You could be, and I have been, a flying feathery velociraptor who lives on a pirate ship, can talk but does not usually, and has essentially brought the entire ship's crew into, well, the non-player characters in the ship's crew into, well, they're very scared of her, and if she asks, they will do things.
So your character was basically the boss there.
Not exactly the boss, but if she needed to, she could stage a mutiny, but she liked the people, so...
I feel like this is Pirates of the Year.
I remember, these little velociraptors you're talking about, they are actually in a game of ours, right?
Yeah.
So, let's tell them about our voyage into that adventure.
Okay, what do you want? Which thing did you want to talk about?
I believe,
The ruins?
Well, let's start from the beginning. Like, I believe was it Shauna or Shido who heard about the heart key?
Oh yeah, Shauna heard about the heart key, and she ran around investigating things.
Blink here, blink there, blink everywhere.
Yeah, she can kind of teleport a few feet. Anyway.
Yeah, let me tell you, blink is a pretty overpowered trait if you get a lenient DM.
Oh yeah, and the heart key, the thing that she was researching, it's supposed to, what was she told again? It unlocks your best self?
Yep, or a lot of blood.
Yep.
A lot of blood.
That's if you do it wrong.
Frickin'.
Yep.
So, it took us a while to figure this out, but...
Frickin' Shauna.
Because my... Actually, no, that's later. Let's talk about that after we find out that we have to go to this little cave in nearby the Lake of Tears, right?
Yeah.
So we go in there, and the first thing Shauna does is she sees a little fluffy velociraptor with scrolls and spectacles.
Yep. It was blue, if I remember, as well.
Yeah, she was.
What a bow.
So Shauna started chasing her down.
And the thing screeched, dropped the scrolls, and tried to hightail it out of there.
I took a scroll.
Yeah, yep. Everybody pretty much took the scrolls that it dropped.
Yeah, but at least I copied one.
Shauna eventually caught it and stuffed it in a bag so that only its head was poking out. Before Shauna could drop it...
kind of like a ferret in a sock.
Yeah.
Okay,
if you can imagine what that looks like.
Okay, right quick. When she put it in the bag, I really thought she was going to hit it against the rocks.
Oh, yeah.
Like the good cop, bad cop type thing of interrogation.
That's because your mind works in ways.
Real quick, before Shauna could drop it into Shido's shadow, my character Nori, the kitsune I talked about a little bit ago, kind of stopped her.
In case you don't know, Shido's character has a pocket dimension in her shadow.
Yep. And
in
a
which
cool
resides
patron.
a shadow man in a suit.
Yep.
And a lot of shadow imps.
Oh, that shadow man is her patron.
Yep, Shadow Bob's dapper as hell.
Anyway,
classy, likes to drink, likes to read,
so like,
and just pretty much watches everyone make stuff
in
hellish.
This pocket dimension, there's like enough room for a 2-story house?
Yep.
There is a 2-story house.
And that's just the bit that Shauna knows about.
Oh, yeah. So, anyways, she was about to drop it in there, but Nori stopped her. Despite not knowing what she was going to do with it. And Nori started talking to it, giving it little pieces of jerky, and eventually let it out of the bag. So then it led to the question, did it know where the heart key was? That took a little bit of drawing on the ground, because I don't think it understood a few words he said, did it?
They probably had a different name for it.
Ah, yeah. Anyways, it leads us through a few doors.
Yep.
And the next thing we see is, Nalani, can you describe that cavern?
Oh, yeah. Imagine like a big, long, cylindrical space. Sort of like a missile silo. And lots of catwalks crisscrossing it.
And
it's just
sorry.
about as big as a football field.
And
down.
It's also pretty deep, so...
Yep.
I had a lantern on, but the little raptor immediately told me to turn it off. Well, it didn't speak, but it made it known it wanted it turned off.
Yep.
Yeah, basically, turn off that damn light.
So we start walking down, and then I forget who noticed this, but we noticed above us, on each catwalk went down, we noticed on the bottom of the one above us, there were these little purple shadow bats.
Like bright purple.
And apparently one of them belched smoke.
Yep.
So eventually, we miraculously keep quiet enough to make it to a little armory. We end up having to split ways with Milani's raptor there.
Yep.
After it gave my character the key to where the heart key was.
I still think it only gave you the key because you had jerky and wanted more.
Hey, being nice will get you places.
And get away from Shauna.
Anyway, so we continue on. We nearly fail a few sneak checks to get there, past all the shadow bats without waking them up. And so we get to the door, and Shauna's just like, you guys wait here, I'm gonna go get it, because we see the heart key across the room we find.
And of course it screams boss fight.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
I had my weapon ready, of course.
She blinks
Boss
over
fight.
there
Wah.
and grabs the heart key, and then blinks back, and we take off.
Yep.
Because we start hearing these sounds. We manage to avoid the boss fight, basically.
Yep.
By running for your lives.
But
It's okay, because...
you know what our friend did later on when we weren't there? He took on the boss fight with only his character.
And let me tell you, it was epic.
Oh yeah. From what you two said, it was. So, anyways, about the heart key. Shauna basically stabbed a few things with it, trying to figure it out after
And
that.
I was tempted to stab her.
Yeah, but you know what Shauna never did that was actually the key? She never twisted it like you would a key to the left or the right. Now, which way was the correct way to turn it again, Milani?
Left.
Left. So, once we figured it out by Nori actually talking to the little raptors, because by that point I got a trait so I could understand them, and they told us we had to turn it to either the right or the left. So we, because Shauna has an undying trait, we kind of used her to figure this out.
She's not absolutely immortal. There is a death condition. Nobody's figured it out yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although there is a trait that someone could take that would allow them to find out where to find out.
Oh, really? I am not going to actually go looking for that trait because yeah. Anyway, my character, Valerian, I talked about her a little bit earlier. She has that trait too. And anyways, we actually figured out what the heart key is, how you're supposed to use it. So we all get 3 traits out of it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Milani, it's like each trait is a level, right?
Each trait is a level, but they're a bit less powerful than D&D levels in that...
Oh, yeah.
But everything you can do except for basic attacks and checks is tied up in your traits.
Yep, so,
Okay, so you're a dragon and you don't have the trait to fly. Congratulations. You can't fly.
Yeah, just because you are that thing doesn't mean you get the abilities of that thing.
Which reminds me of this one time someone tried to finagle in a blessed sword in one of the RPs I was in. Don't do that. Please don't.
Yeah, it causes headaches for everyone involved, not just the GM.
Why are you trying to do that?
You understand the rules, don't you?
And try not to lose your notebook.
Oh yeah, you're gonna want to keep track of things. It's not necessarily a game where you all have to stay in a group. You can all like wander off and do other things, which is how my character ended up being Captain Valerian.
Yeah, I have been ditched so many times.
And she ended up making like 7 little golems, I think.
She's making 7 golems, but
yeah,
they each take a week, as I said before.
She has one golem, Zalfor, who kind of acts like a 5-year-old with I want to rule the world, or something.
I will destroy you!
Yeah. And now she has a little wisp.
Yeah, which I created inadvertently while trying to make a water elemental.
Which reminds me, I need to draw that wisp. She's adorable.
Yeah.
I think I got the I got the recipe wrong.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you one thing Wispy did. Like, we were talking, and this guy, my character, and our friend Strudel, who plays Shauna, both our characters hate this one guy because of certain things he's doing.
Also, he has a very punchable face.
Yeah. His name is Serfinianus, but when Shido's character started to say that name talking to my character, I covered her mouth and made
His name's
stop.
Sparklebutt. His name is Sparklebutt.
Yeah, Wispy is the one who suggested that, and my character broke down laughing.
Yeah, apparently the other Wisp didn't want to help with a revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got their grave sites to tend or whatever.
Yeah. You could do better than that.
Milani, what this character actually did, I don't know all of it. According to you, Serfinianus made people forget the old gods.
Yep.
And for my character, it's, well, a combination of that and the fact he took over, what was it, the Isle of Shifting Lights and Silver Flame?
Yep.
And made
Pixie
it into
Hollow.
this golden behemoth of a horror show for fairies. That's the best I can describe it as.
If you've ever seen let's see, what was it again? Soul Eater. Yeah, that's what it was. You know the face that the pixies make when someone mentions Excalibur?
Oh, yeah.
Anyone within any of the fairies within a 5-mile radius of that thing is just constantly making that face.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, and that little wisp of mine, I have it wearing armor, so now it's a Lancer, I think. I think the name of it is a Lancer Knight.
I'm not sure how long we've been recording. Yep. Oh, we are nearing the 30-minute mark, actually.
Oh, cool.
Well, it's 23 minutes. We have about 7 left. So, want to continue talking about TavernTales, or RimWorld? We could talk about RimWorld, Milani.
Maybe we should do another video for that, because this is starting to get to the point where people are like, this video is very long. Maybe I should stop watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's make this podcast one and put it again in the second podcast.
Yeah, we can make it a let's chat type thing.
Alright.
Put it that way then.
Discussions.
Goodbye, everybody. We'll
criticize my opinions.
Peace out.
We will talk to you all later.
Bye-bye.
I think we should bring Zalthor.